In today's video, we'll be talking about my weekly recap because I could not share my daily trades during the week. School is really getting my time, but we are going to talk about everything that happened this week. But before we get there, I must say that this week was so good. It was an amazing week. This is what happened when you follow your trading strategy to the T and when you are patient with your setups. In general, when you follow your plan. Yes. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Aurelie, a great Forex trader who is documenting her journey on YouTube. So if you're among the people who believe that this year is going to be your year of profitability and success, please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel because I know that this year I'm going to become a successful trader. So let's get into the video. So right now I will take you to the chart, but before I do that, let's talk about the trades that we took. I have everything written here. This week I traded on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, so I traded 4 days. However, on Wednesday I traded 2 times because I saw 2 setups. I shouldn't have done that, but it turned out well, so I don't regret it. I traded Euro USD and JBP JPY. Those are the 2 pairs that I traded this week. On Monday, I had a loss and Tuesday as well. However, Wednesday and Friday covered up for the losses that I had. Friday, I had a break even. But let's go to the chart right now. So currently, we are on JBP JPY. On Monday, I actually traded Euro USD. So let's go to Euro USD. And this trade was actually a losing trade for me. This is the trade that I took on Monday. And when you look very well, it was a crazy decision. Like, it was a very, very crazy decision. This was clearly a buy. I don't know why I took this trade. I still can't explain. Now on Tuesday, I traded JBP JPY. So let's go to JBP JPY. On JBP JPY, I can't find the trade that I took that took me out. So we are going to pass that. On Wednesday, I still traded JBP JPY, and this is that trade. Now, initially, I was targeting a 1:3, and I actually did target a 1:3. Though I was risking, no, I didn't target a 1:3. I target all the way down here. I was risking $50, and I was aiming at $200. And I actually aimed, and I left the trade at $215. Now, let's go to the next trade. I saw again on JBP JPY. It was still here, so I took a continuation that actually ended my day with $250. Now on Friday, I took a trade on Euro USD. This trade here, it's on Thursday, but I set everything, but the market did not tap me in. Like, it tapped me in on the chart, it did not tap me in on my account. So this trade went without me, and I must admit, I felt so bad. This one that you see right here, I did not take this trade because initially I wanted to take it because when you look here, I saw a change of character on the 5-minute time frame. Price swept this liquidity here, right? Then I have this other block right here. So I was looking at this other block here. Yes. So price swept this liquidity. Then when I went on the 5-minute time frame, let me take you back to the 5-minute time frame here. So when I went on the 5-minute time frame, I could see that price has tapped into this origin, and you see this previous high got taken out. That was my change of character. So my entry was at this other block here, and my TP was a 1:3. However, price tapped me in here very sharp, but on the main account, I was not tapped in. Now when it comes to this trade, I did not take it. I was hoping that price was going to, because this is literally a break of structure. Yes, so this is my other block here, so I hoped that this price was going to tap me and go up. That did not actually happen. What happened was that price swept this liquidity and it went up, then it reversed to the downside. Before we talk about what I'm looking out for next week, let's go to the last trade that I took on Euro USD on Friday. Friday was for Euro USD, and this was the trade that I was in. Now, I was a little bit greedy here because normally I was targeting this zone here, right? but I went ahead to target up to here. But if I was targeting here, that is a 1:1, no, 1:2. This was a 1:2 trade. Now I took this trade, then there was a lot of consolidation. Price will go up and come back to my entry points, go up, take me leave me at loss. The market did that multiple times, and I just told myself it's best to just leave the trade. And when I left, it just gave this spike. Like, I left here. Let me draw a line to show you exactly where I left. I left when price got here. Immediately I left, this spike happened, and when I was looking at it, I was like, But I'm so glad that even when I left and price did this movement, I didn't go back into the market. I just let it be. And in my head was like, at the end of the day, the week was a successful one, so why bother? So those are basically the different trades that I took this week, and we are going to talk about the lessons that I learned. But before we talk about the lessons, let me take you to my account. This is my page on Funded Next, and this is how the account is. Okay, for me to pass this account, I need to make $400, and for me to lose this account, I need to lose $200. So right now I am up 1.78%, which is good. So I am left with approximately $320 or $312 for me to pass phase 1 of this account. Then I'll go to phase 2. I've been trading this account for the past 25 days, which is, I don't know what to say, but I'm grateful that I actually went from being on a negative 200 or 300 to be up 88. So that is a good sign, right? All this happened. Now let's talk about the lessons that I learned. Now when it comes to the lessons that I learned, my first lesson was, it is important to keep track of every trade that you take as a trader, because when you have track of your trades, you can literally understand what happened and know exactly what you're going to do in order to improve your trading or improve your strategy. The next thing is, do not be scared of taking risk, because the only thing that is going to stop you from becoming better is fear. If you are scared of taking risk, how are you going to trade? I realized at some point that I was so scared of losing this account. That is why I was trading. Sometimes I'll risk 20, sometimes I'll risk 25, sometimes I'll even risk 10 or 12. And one thing that I've noticed with that is that it takes you a longer time to pass your challenge when you're risking inconsistently. It is very important to make your risks very consistent, because when your risk is consistent, you can pass easily. I'm going to take an example. If you're risking $25 in return for 75, you know that you need to make $75 maybe 4 or 5 times. I am not so good with math, so you need to make $75 4 or 5 times. Is it so? I will leave the number somewhere for you to pass phase 1, because you're looking for $400, right? You need to pass 4 or 5 times, yes. Now, if you are inconsistent with your risk, it's going to take you a longer period of time. If you want to pass, if you're risking like $50, now the third lesson that I'm getting out of here is that win or loss is all part of the game. You are going to lose some and you're going to win some. That is all. That is the only thing that we need to like pay attention to, because sometimes we are just so consumed with the fact that we are losing, we are scared to lose, that we end up losing the whole account, right? Because one thing that I've noticed with me before is that I was so scared that the moment I lose one, I want to make it back. And this back and forth will actually make me to lose the account, because if I'm left with like $100 to fail, I'm just going to be like, okay, let me just risk this $400 maybe. And it does not happen that way, right? It does not happen that way. The last lesson, which is going to be lesson number 4, is that no matter what they say, your emotions are always going to be there, because people are going to be like, oh, for you to become a trader, you need to take away your emotions. It is not possible to just give up or to just eradicate your emotions just like that, because we are human beings and we function based off of emotion. Now, I will agree if they say that you need to be in charge of your emotions and not let your emotions take control over you. That I agree. But saying that we have to be completely like break or emotionless, if that is something you say in English. It is not possible. Now, what are some key things, amazing things that I did this week? Number one is that I was patient with my strategy. I wanted to see my strategy play on the charts before I take any trade. Number two is that I didn't have any impulsive entry. My entries were just set limits. I set actually a buy or a sell limit. Price taps me in and it moves. The moment price left, I feel bad, true, but I didn't follow the market. I understood that with the trade that I said left me, that okay, it tapped me on the chart, but it did not tap me on my account. I knew from there that I have made great progress, because me before I would have chased that trade. Like I would have been like, okay, we are going to go together, but I didn't do that. I just let it be. And I am also proud of myself that I actually took one trade per day. I didn't take more than one. It was just one trade. And the moment price took me out, I was fine. I was like, okay, we move. And one thing that I would say about this is that all this happened because I have something else that I'm doing. I have to go to class. I have homeworks to do. I have a lot of things to do. And I don't focus only on trading. I think one of the reasons that I used to focus a lot to the point where I will chase trades is because trading was the only thing that I was doing at the time. But now that I have school, on the other hand, if market leaves me, it is okay. We move on. We look for the next one. That's all. Now, what am I adjusting to my plan this week? Risks to reward. I will be risking $50 per trade and targeting the next swing high or swing low. Maybe I should keep targeting a 1:2 till I pass phase 1. I am still contemplating on that. Then the next thing is no journal, no trade, because the trade that I said I can't find, that was on JPY on Tuesday. I can't find that trade because I actually did not record the trade when I was taking it, and I did not record after, so I don't have a screenshot of that trade, which is not so good, and I cannot remember what made me to take that trade. This is not good for my trading. So these are the few lessons that I've learned, and these are the things that I'll be adjusting to my trading plan this week.